Welcome. We are so pleased to bring to you this entrepreneurial family today. We're going to be talking a little bit about financial wealth, generational wealth, entrepreneurism, and of course, we're going to be talking about smoothies because we've got Sister Smoothies with us today. We're thrilled to have you. Daniel, so thank you so much for bringing your entire family to join us for this program. Daniel's from Jackson, Michigan. But talk a little bit about, before you introduce your beautiful family, talk a little bit about why you wanted to start a business and how long this business has been around.
So, entrepreneurship has been in my family for many generations. My grandfather owned a landscaping business here in Jackson, Michigan. That's actually what brought us to Jackson when he landed the contract to do the landscaping for Lumen Christi High School. So my father continued the business. I worked in the business since like 5 or 6 years old myself. So entrepreneurship has been something that's just been in my spirit forever. So it's many conversations that we have around the household. Over the last year, we were super inspired by all of the different pop-ups and all of the different other Black-owned businesses that have opened up over the last year. And my girls were like chomping at the bit to do something. And they just kept asking, Dad, can we start a business? Can we start a business? And I'll kind of let them tell a little bit more about how they came up with Sister Smoothies and how they developed it.
Excellent. Wonderful. So let's hear from them. So who wants to go first? How did you come up with Sister Smoothies? I can understand why you called it Sister Smoothies, but why did you come up? Why that? Why that particular business?
You girls want to introduce yourself to start out with? Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Callie. Hi, I'm Sophie. Hi, I'm Liz. Hi, I'm Kiki.
And this is Isla.
And Mom, do you want to introduce yourself as well?
Hi, I'm Simye.
So what a beautiful family, and we're so glad to see this generational entrepreneurial family, and you're instilling in them the value of savings, the value of financial security, of owning your own. You know, it used to be called an acre and 2 mules, but now it's called, pop-up mama cottage garden industry. So tell us about the business and why smoothies. And you're going to make a smoothie for us today too. I've got all my ingredients here ready to make one with you. So tell us about the business and why smoothies. Who wants to tell? Yeah.
We started our business over the summer, and we thought of a bunch of things. We wanted to do lemonade and candy, and then we thought, how about smoothies? Because we were always making smoothies around the house, and we thought it would be a great idea because we love smoothies. And we said we're sisters and we sell smoothies, so how about we name it Sister Smoothies?
Wonderful, wonderful. So how has business been going? How's it going so far? Is it more work than you anticipated?
Sometimes, yes. There's long lines.
It's been a lot of work. I mean, we did a lot of work with, when they came up with the concept. I mean, it truly is something that we enjoy ourselves. I mean, it's funny. They just were like asking to make smoothies the other day, and they're like, well, why can't we make them? I mean, we own a smoothie business, but we sat down and we talked out recipes, and we talked about food costs and profit margins and what it's going to take to start the business. Because of course, Dad had to bootstrap the business from his back pocket, and be able to pay to get things started. And we mapped everything out, and just to do this as a summer project, and honestly, Miss Paula, it has grown into something that we can't even believe. Like the support that we've gotten, and every event they pretty much have sold out every event that we've had, and they are hard workers and they enjoy what they do, and the benefit is that they also enjoy the product themselves.
And that's a good product for a lot of older adults too. People who have problems sometimes, whether they have dentures or chewing or digestion problems or whatever. Having smoothies is something that all generations, all ages can usually take advantage of. And you can get a lot of your vegetables, as we'll find out soon, spinach and other things, in a smoothie, and it doesn't even taste like a vegetable. So that's another benefit. Talk a little bit, then we're going to get into the smoothies, but talk a little bit about how you divide up the responsibilities and who's doing what in the business.
So how do you make responsibilities? You guys want to tell them? Okay, go ahead. So how do you guys divide the responsibilities? What does everybody usually do?
So I usually blend with Olivia. Callie works the front desk. CC washes dishes, and Isla helps around all of that.
I love I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, there's more and more adults are now starting after they get a certain age, they're starting their own business. So you all will be consultants to them. You can be consultants to older adults who want to start their own business in terms of what they should do. That's fantastic. So everyone has a role. Everyone has some area of responsibility, Daniel.
Yes, yep. So, Callie is the oldest, so she's usually the one responsible for taking the orders, and we've got a really good system worked out to keep track of orders. She writes them down and writes on the cup, kind of like when you go to Starbucks, you get your name written on the cup, and they call you by name when your order is done. And she knows the prices. She knows how much change to give back. The other girls do their job. We usually prep everything as far as like the ingredients the day before the event. So the day of the event, it just makes it smoother for us. When we have long lines and there's a lot of people. And Sophia is our blend master. She usually is the one to end up making all of the smoothies between her and myself. And then sometimes they really like to switch jobs, and the nice thing is even the dirty job gets done, and it gets done cheerfully. Cecilia is usually one who washes dishes to make sure that the cups stay clean, and Olivia makes sure that people get their orders. And sometimes we have to deliver orders because people may order and walk off to a different part of the event, and we'll bring it to them. So it's been a fun experience building this with them. And even the youngest one, Isla, even though she's being pretty antisocial in front of this camera, she does her job also. I mean, we have to prep and pack everything the night before. They know what goes in each tote as far as like extension cords and the tables and all of our different blenders and things like that we use. They, this is their business, and they're very intimately involved in it. And we just, as parents, try to support them as much as possible and trying to grow it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, kudos to both of you, to both of you. You've done a phenomenal job, and just in terms of instilling the value of entrepreneurship and again, a little bit of financial security there, and also understanding the value of every dollar, the return on investment. So kudos to all of you. And we know this isn't your only job, Daniel. You're also involved with the NAACP, right, and some other things in the community.
Yes, ma'am. I'm privileged and honored to currently be serving as the branch president of the Jackson County branch NAACP. I'm privileged and honored to serve as the 7th District County Commissioner as well. And I also hold down a full-time job as well with T-Mobile.
So you're giving back in so many ways, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much for what you're doing. So let's get into it, girls. Let's talk about the smoothies. Walk us through the smoothie. We're going to make one right now. So everybody get your ingredients together. They were provided on our website. So let's get the ingredients together and let's get these smoothies made. Who wants to start? What's the first thing we do?
Today we're making the green. Today we're making the green band. And
it's a new smoothie. So this is how we came up with this one, Miss Paula. So we know that usually at the beginning of the year, everybody has their fitness goals being put in place, and we want to help with that. So we try to have something seasonal. We've got our 5 standard smoothies that we do throughout the year, no matter what, and then we try to have some seasonal stuff built in as well, which is kind of part of what we've built into their business. So we were thinking about, well, what can we do to start the year off? We're through the holidays. Everybody's got their health goals going on. What can we do? So like myself, I really, really like putting vegetables in my smoothies. The girls like them. They don't like them as much as I do, but they still like this one because it does not taste anything like any vegetable. So this one we came up with just as a way to have something green put in your smoothie and something a little more healthy. So we got giving out the recipe for everybody. But this is, like I said, this is their business. I'm going to let them demonstrate the shape. I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer. So it might be a little movement going on. I'm going to move you closer so you can see. And then we are going to have Callie kind of show the ingredients as we put them in. So in the notes, we did mention that we prefer to freeze our fruits and vegetables before putting them in the smoothie, because then that kind of helps you avoid having to do stuff like put ice in the smoothie. So that's the reason why we recommend that, to freeze the fruits and vegetables first. But this is the nice thing. It's going to taste delicious whether your stuff is frozen or not. It's going to taste delicious. So they've got their ingredients here. Cal, why don't you tell them what ingredients we're using today, and go ahead and get started.
Okay, today we are using spinach, some almond milk for the base. The base is basically what helps it blend together easier and makes it more smooth. Then we're using some yogurt. You can use any flavor you want, depending on the type of yogurt you like. And we're going to use bananas. These are frozen. The peaches are also frozen. And pineapple, and then some apples, green apples.
All right. So what goes in the blender first?
You can put in any of the fruits first. So I'm gonna put the apples in first.
Do you keep the peel on your apple? I can't tell from here.
No, we didn't keep the peel on ours.
Okay.
But you can though. So it really kind of depends on how good of a blender you have as well. Because you know sometimes with apple peels it doesn't blend up as good as you want it to. And the same thing with the spinach. So what we usually do is put the harder fruits at the bottom.
Okay.
Putting in the yogurt, putting in the pineapples. Uh-oh. It's okay. Pick them up.
Okay, who's next?
So put your apples in, and it's about a half a cup of apples, right?
Yep, about a half a cup.
Okay. I'm taking the peel off. I have the peel on, so I'm taking my peel off.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
No, you go right ahead. I'll catch up.
So next we put the pineapples in, and then they're adding in the peaches.
Oh, go.
Okay, who's next? Sophie?
And then Sophia's gonna jump in and she's gonna throw in the banana.
Half a cup of pineapple.
Yep. So anywhere from like a quarter cup to a half a cup, and it depends on how big of a blender you have. And really the ratios of what fruits you put in are kind of up to you as well. And you can also substitute. I know some people, like my wife, she's allergic to pineapples. So when we make this one for her, we generally will use mango instead of pineapple. She's allergic to mango, to pineapple. And then the nice thing is what we do is we put the spinach and the yogurt in last. We put those items in last.
Oops. Okay.
Isla is adding in her almond milk now.
Wait, y'all back?
Is there some reason you put the spinach and the yogurt in last?
There is. So with the spinach being at the bottom, so our blender, let me see. So our blender, the top is what has the blender part on it, right?
Okay.
So with our having the blender part on there, it makes the spinach blend up easier when you put that spinach in last. So if you've got a blender that has the blender part at the bottom of the base of the blender, then you may want to put your spinach in first. However,
Now you tell me.
but this is the next thing.
It'll all work together, right?
As long as you are patient with your blender, everything will blend up fine. You know, because they've been practicing making this all week, but they've been doing it the opposite way of what Dad does it. And I usually put last like that. But they've been making this for me all week, and it's tasted exactly the same.
All right.
I just have a certain way I like to do it. But then also what we wanted to share with you guys that I'm going to just step in and kind of share a little bit of information on is I like to do some additives, Miss Paula, to my smoothies. And this is where the smoothie can really be customized to how you like it. So for myself, I like to add in a little bit of ginger. I like to add a little bit of honey in there.
So you really just play around with it a little bit and see what tastes and flavors you like and add those if you want to add whatever. And those are good for you. The ginger is excellent for you. And
it's really good. I mean, and then it really adds a lot of good flavor to the smoothie. To add that piece of ginger in there just adds a nice kick. I usually will add a little bit of sea moss in mine as well. For sea moss, a little bit goes a long way. And then I also add a little bit of flaxseed in there as well.
So you're making it more of a healthy smoothie.
It is. So that was the main goal for this one, was for it to be a healthy smoothie. So then now mine is super packed to the top. So I'm gonna put the top on for them. Okay. Okay. That's right. You gonna blend it? You wanna help? Okay. I'm gonna move this over to you. And then you just put that top on there.
Ready?
And then you go ahead and blend it up. So we're gonna start blending ours now.
All right. Here we go.
the top ready?
Smoothie. What's the favorite ingredient that they like in every single smoothie?
Here, I'll
A
finish
little
it
bit
up.
more.
Danielle, someone's asking, what kind of blender do you use?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I want for the audience is asking, what kind of blender do you use?
So we use a Ninja.
Okay.
So the nice thing about that one is it's got a single serve cup, and then they also have larger cups or smaller cups. But really it's kind of up to you. As long as you get one that you know is good for making smoothies. I was gonna turn it around, but we turned it around because we said until Ninja gives us an endorsement, we don't want to promote their product just yet. So Ninja, these girls got some big hopes and dreams, and we hope that you will help be a part of that because we definitely use their product. So
Great.
sometimes you get stuck, and all you have to do is just take it off and shake it up a little bit. You can always add more or less liquid as well.
That's a good way to put medicine into a smoothie as well. So if someone has to take a medicine and they don't take the medicine well, you could always kind of hide it in the smoothie, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what's the favorite smoothie for the girls? What's the one ingredient that they love in every single one of their smoothies? That blender is kind of loud. You probably can't hear my question, huh?
Okay, I can hear you now. So
All right.
you can all blend it up because everything will start moving pretty good inside the blender.
Okay.
Now, Kel, you want to finish it up and go ahead and pour it?
It smells yummy.
Smells yummy, don't it?
That's delicious.
Okay.
All right.
What is she? All right.
I'm gonna talk first.
Okay.
Here we go. Cheers to the smoothies. Woohoo!
Right.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. She's allergic to pineapple too. I forgot.
That's delicious. It's absolutely delicious, and it's filling. It's very filling. Yes. So what's the favorite ingredient, young ladies, that you like to put in all of your smoothies? You always like to make certain that what ingredient is included.
They kind of all have their own favorite. So the smoothies are named after each of them, but I'll let them tell you guys which ingredient is their favorite.
Oh, they've got a smoothie named after them. That's cool. Yes.
So what's yours, Cal?
I like strawberries in mine.
That's okay. What's your favorite, Olivia?
I like mango.
Okay.
Mango.
Come on over.
I mostly like
Cherries? What?
Cherries.
Cherries. All right.
Sophie, what's your
Sophia,
favorite?
what's your favorite?
I like mangoes.
Okay.
Mango. Mango sweet. Good.
And Isla, what's your favorite?
Shiny mango.
Strawberries and mangoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you train them well. I don't know how many young people even know about mango and strawberries. So you trained them very well. You've done a great job.
Thank
So where do
you.
you see the business going? What's the next step?
So I'm glad you asked, and thank you for asking. So their next step, I'm so proud of them. They raised enough money to pay to start their LLC. We started their LLC about 2 weeks ago. So they are officially business owners. We've been talking a lot of offers and a lot of opportunities out there for them. One thought we had was, well, maybe we should look at doing like a brick and mortar and doing a little smoothie shop somewhere, maybe in the mall or something like that. But we really like how flexible we can be by being a mobile business. So our next step is going to be to actually purchase a cart. That's what we're working on, and that's what we're raising money for right now, is to actually build a cart designed to hold the things that they need to run their business, so that we can just be a mobile business and do different events and pop-ups. And we got some pretty big goals this year for how they want to grow the business.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Someone in the audience is asking, can you taste the spinach in the smoothie? I would not even know there was spinach in here. You absolutely cannot taste it.
Yay!
That's the goal right there.
Yeah, I would not even know there was spinach in here unless I saw you put it in. I would have thought it maybe
it is honestly
very or something. Yeah.
It's very deceiving how delicious this is. That there's spinach in here. Like when you taste it, all you really taste is the freshness of the fruits. And then, Miss Paula, the next time you try it with that little piece of ginger in there, because when you add that piece of ginger in there, it gives it such a different kick that it's gonna blow your mind. But no, you can't.
I've got ginger right in my refrigerator. When I buy smoothies, I always buy them with ginger in there. So that's a very good suggestion, and it's really wonderful for your digestion system as well. Ginger. So, yes. So a little bit of we're really talking a little bit of finance here and nutrition, and we're talking about the three things I love the most: entrepreneurship, finance, and young people. So we've got them all wrapped up into one wonderful package right here. So let's talk about that cart. Are you going to be going all around Jackson, Michigan, and just kind of doing different fairs and events? Are you going to have a spot, or how are you going to do that?
Yes, we plan to do all the above. We plan to do as many events. We plan to do private events if we get booked for any. We want to actually get outside of the Jackson area and travel around the state.
That's wonderful. And so where right now, someone in Jackson or in that area wanted to buy a smoothie or stop by and get a smoothie, what would they have to do?
So right now we are only at special events right now. So like we do a lot of different pop-ups. So like you were saying, I definitely wear a lot of hats. One of the other things that I do is I run a nonprofit called Many Hands Community Services. It started from a back-to-school event I've been doing. This will be year number 12 that I've been doing the back-to-school event. And we developed a nonprofit. This year, we started a brand new program. It's called the Launchpad. It's a business incubator for mixed business use. And we do a lot of different pop-ups through that program where we will rent out places like the American One Event Center. We've got an event coming up on February 20th at the American One Event Center. It'll be probably about 50 different vendors from around Jackson County and the surrounding areas that do all kinds of different businesses. And Sister Smoothies will definitely be in the building at that event. So that's what they've been doing lately. They're all still students. We are a big education family. We believe in education first. So that's another reason they wanted to keep the business a mobile business so it doesn't obligate them to work through the week. But so we're gonna be weekend warriors for the next year for sure.
That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that work ethic. So my last question is: are you teaching your children about savings as well? Do they have to save some of their, understand about how to save, work and save? Is that part of the lesson? Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Callie can speak to that to the most. We try to teach them that it's definitely important to understand and know how to make money, but you'll never be able to accumulate any money if you don't learn how to save money. My grandfather always told me that, you're not doing anything if you make $1 and you don't save at least a quarter out of it. So when they do their thing, after the event, we usually try to break down what the profit from that event was. And then we try to negotiate what's reasonable and fair to pay each of the girls for the job that they did for the event. And then out of what they get paid, they save money for themselves in their savings. And then they have a certain amount of money that they're allowed to spend. But then they also have to make sure that, hey, if we didn't have so much of a great day at an event, the business has to get paid also. because
Right.
we want the business to continue to fund itself from one event to the next, making sure that they still have money to rebuy all the products that they're going to need the next time that they do an event.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. And again, there's so many lessons in what you're saying, just so many lessons that they're learning. And I hope that they appreciate how blessed they are to have you all as parents to instill those lessons into them. Again, you could be consultants, the sisters could be consultants with older adults and other folks who are starting a business. So you're training them really, really well. And we've got some great kudos in the chat here. Some people are saying, can you please come to Detroit? So we'll look at the chat and let you all connect with each other, because we're not here to sell or promote. We're just here to share information. But you've got some great information coming, and people want to know if you can do this other places. So we'll connect you with those individuals. But
Okay.
please know we appreciate all of you. You all are phenomenal. We've got your smoothie. Let's do a cheers as we close out this show.
Let's do a cheers,
Let's do
girls.
cheers, Grandma.
Heavy.
And you are proof that you can start your own business at any age. You're never too young or too old. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you so much for this opportunity too.
Thank
And
you.
we love you guys and we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
I got a green mustache. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.